looking like an end of an era on my channel. So if you have been here any amount of time, any length of time, you already know, if I'm doing an eyeshadow look, you already know how I feel about my Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Caffeine, a Holy Grail product. But I don't know. Doesn't look like we're gonna be friends anymore. I don't know. Let's go ahead and jump into the video so you know what I'm talking about. Hey guys, this is Ashley. Welcome on back to my channel. So if you are new here, welcome. If you're older but goodie, welcome on back. My name is Ashley. I love makeup, and that's how you get Dr. Ash and her makeup. And please just call me Ash or Ashley. Now, it's no secret, eyeshadow is my jam. It's one of my favorite things to talk about on my channel, and I love creating looks with different eyeshadow palettes. It is such my jam. Now, what are you talking about? Yeah, it's like an end of an era. I am basically kicking one of my holy grails to the curb, okay? It's kicking to the curb. I'm breaking up with it, and I really don't want to break up with it, but it's like we're having a bad breakup because I can't purchase it anywhere, okay? I don't know what's going on. It's really irritating. I haven't reached out to Urban Decay because frankly, I just don't feel like it. You know, I really don't, okay? So I'm talking about my Urban Decay Primer Potion. So, you know, anytime I start my eyeshadow look, what do I say? Okay, of course, my eyebrows are filled in using my Benefit Cosmetics Goof Proof Pencil, shade 3.75. I have my eyeshadow primer, which is the Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Caffeine. Boom, I start my looks. Every once in a while, I will use other eye primers. So I do use like my Juvia's Place Eye Prep Eye Prime. I like that, but doesn't always give me the longevity that I'm looking for. I love this shade. This shade is called Caffeine. Now, the very first time I bought it, which was maybe about 7-8 years ago, it's been a minute since they came out with this. I actually bought it from a Sephora in New York. And you know, this is basically like my shade. And if you have tried an Urban Decay, any type of primer potion, you know that these products are bomb. They are just so great, okay? So look at how that looks. My shadow stays on. I mean, it barely budges. If it's budging, it's because usually I'm having a wonky eye day, or, you know, maybe I got the reverse tear situation where my tears sometimes travel up because my eye is irritated, and it was just like mixing with my primer and my shadow, and it's just like a hot, gunky, crusty mess. But I love this eyeshadow primer. They also have Eden, which is very popular, but it's lighter. I don't tend to like lighter primers because sometimes when I use these eyeshadows, even though they're very pigmented, you can still kind of see through. And I don't like to see stark primer on me. Like, I just don't. And I've just become accustomed to it. It is what it is. I like it, okay? Now, they do have the shade Sin, but Sin is sparkly, more of a, there's a sparkle sheen to it. But this is just, it's good. It's so tacky. And even though I have dry skin, the only place that's oily is my eyelids, which is a good thing because, you know, it's going to help with the aging process. I've used the anti-aging primer. I like that too. But like I said, I feel like this has just been a mess. First of all, the last few years, they have not sold it at Sephora, okay? So I've said that a time or two on my channel. It's very annoying because who wants to be running around trying to order your products? Like when I order things, sometimes I just want to order from Sephora because I have the fast shipping, or I'm there at Sephora, or they're having a sale. It's been times where Urban Decay has had sales, so I'll just go onto their website. You know, I'm able to pick it up, get two at a time, slower shipping. And then I remember when this was at Sephora, they said something about flammable. I don't know, like it couldn't be shipped. They had to do ground shipping. It was very confusing. So this retails for like $25. And it's just sad. It's like a Holy Grail product that's just been kicked to the curb, basically. So what I'm going to try is my MAC right here. Now, MAC is a Holy Grail brand for me. That's what I'm trying to say, okay? So MAC Cosmetics and I, we've been down like 4 flats on the Cadillac, okay? We've been down like Brandy. I wanna be down. Hey, with what you going through? I wanna be down. I wanna be down with. I feel like I'm all up in the camera. Like, what's happening here? 1 second. Okay, that's better because I was just like, oh man, it's here. You know, it's like y'all up in the drivers. wheel. Okay, that's how I felt. It's like I just see me. But you know, Mac and I have been down. Like that has been my brand. I just wish they will pull it together. I wish they would get better, get more exciting products. You know, they still have some really good staple products. So this is the Pro Longwear Paint Pot, okay? So what is it? A lot of people love Painterly. So I got the shade, the Puentes, what is this called? But it's basically like the same shade as this, okay? Because she was like, oh, this. I was like, nope, I want this shade because it's just like this, you know? So, oh, this is Contemplative State. Okay. So it's a longwear paint pot, and you can use this like as an eyeshadow. You can use an eyeshadow base. And, you know, I think this was retail for about $20-something. I picked this up at Nordstrom's at the Mac counter just because I was at Nordstrom's at the moment. And she was like, you need help? And I was like, well, if you have this product in stock, let's see. And this is about 5 grams. This is made in Canada. You know, good old Mac for the win, okay? So one thing, it's a pot, paint pot, okay? I'm gonna have to be extra diligent about the brushes, you know, making sure, because, you know, bacteria, all that stuff, versus this. Well, I guess it was the same thing, but you had the little wand, you know, it is what it is. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put this on. I'm going to start kind of creating an eyeshadow look. I'm going to tell you how I feel about it in just a moment. And I'm going to wear this at another time and then maybe do like a wear test on my phone to see how I feel about it. But I'm just in shock that I cannot find my Urban Decay Primer Potion. And no, I'm not out, but I'm dangerously close to being out. So this is what we're going to be using now. All right, so I have like my Real Techniques brush. I guess I'll bring myself in closer now. So, as I was saying, as I brought myself in closer, got a Real Techniques brush, and I got the paint pot. So, in my theory, I'm just gonna pick some up with the brush, you know, and just lay it down. And I'm trying to think, have I even used a product like this before? I think I had. Did I have Painterly? I don't even think I had Painterly. So back in the day, they also had these crayons by MAC, and they were like longwear crayons, and they were wonderful too. And that's what I generally used as an eye primer. And then one of my first real eye primers was basically the Urban Decay, and that was the anti-aging primer. And then I transitioned. Then I had Sin also, so I would use that sometimes. And then after that, basically was caffeine. So, like I said, caffeine's been my favorite. At the Juvia's Place I Prep by Prime, I find that it's just a tiny bit too emollient for me. Concealers are just okay. So, yeah. So, here we go. It's a really great blank canvas. I'm just trying to make sure I have enough on. But I'm very impressed by the color. And it blends out pretty easily. So that's what we're looking like. So you can tell there's a little difference between here and here. You can definitely see there's some product there. And now I'm going to use one of these eyeshadow palettes. I don't know which one, but I'm going to play with one of these. So I'll figure that out in just a second. I made up my mind and I decided I'm going to play with my Glamlite x Scooby-Doo collab. And this is the Raw Raggy. And this is the color story. Right up my alley. So I'm going to try out a couple of shadows so we can see how they apply and lay down. And then, you know, I'll finish creating the look and we'll talk about it. And like I said, I'm going to do a wear test, okay? Okay, so first I'm going to pop in here. And this is a Rougher 16 brush. I'm just going to pick up a nice little bit and blend it out. So far it's like, it's fine. I mean, it's not like I didn't think it was going to be fine, but Sometimes you just never know when you're so used to using a product that you're comfortable with. So there we go. The first shade is down, and I'm just going to put a tiny bit more right up here. All right, now I got my reference 02, and I'm just going to pop in with this deeper purple shade. Yeah, so like so far it's like everything is as normal. It's pretty much what I expected. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and continue filming this look, and I'll be back in just a moment. All right, I'm back, and this is the final look, and everything applied great. I mean, it's MAC, so like, what do you expect? Do you expect great things from MAC? Especially like a product that everybody loves. Everybody talks about Painterly. I don't hear anybody talk about this particular shade. Like I said, it's Contemplative State, but I like it. It blended on nice. And under further review, when I was using it, I went to go put it on this eye, and in true fashion, I dug my nail into it by accident. So I was like, you know what? I'll probably use a spatula to dip it out and then just put it on my eye, so that way like the brush fibers and things like that are not contaminating the product, because that kind of gets on my nerves. So I plan on like just kind of doing a follow-up and letting you know how I feel about the product, but so far so good. I mean, it's just kind of sad, you know what I mean? I've been rocking with that product from Urban Decay for so long, and now not to have it just unexpectedly, it doesn't say discontinued on the website, but it's just been a moment since it's been in stock, so I don't know what's going on. So I don't know, but so far this is good to go. Give me a comment down below, give this video a big old thumbs up, hit the notification bell so you know when I come back with another video, which will be soon, and subscribe to my channel, because you know I would love to have you here in my makeup family. And with all of that being said, you already know what time it is. It's time for the chair dance, hey, 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 chair dance, chair dance, hey. All right, y'all. Bye. Wait, I forgot to tell you my face details just in case, okay? So I decided, remember I told you I was going in with my Glamlite and Scooby palette, so that stayed true. And then I was like, I want something for the inner corner highlight, but I wanted something a little bit lighter, but I didn't want necessarily green. So then I was like, oh, well maybe I'll go into my Merry Christmas palette and use this duochrome green, you know? But I'm gonna show it to you real quick. Boom, Merry Christmas palette by Ona's Eye. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna use this. And I was like, wait, they're very similar. And sometimes when you put like a really sparkle shade with another duochrome, you're kind of gonna get this shade, and it's not gonna be a differentiation of color. So I took my Rusted Essence palette by Notoriously Morbid, and I went in here with this little duochrome, and it's a couple of flakes of green, but it's like a lot lighter and gold, so you could actually see that they're two different colors. And then I went in with my Extreme Black Liner from Pat McGrath, a little Bad Girl Bang mascara, no lashes, my Rare Beauty complexion products, 430W Warm, 420 Neutral, and then I went in with my blush. Oh, well, you know I took my Mented Cosmetics bronzer, okay? And then took my blush in Night Moth by Pat McGrath and topped it off with my Authorine blush, Best Buds Glow Blush. I can't ever say blush. I want to say brush by Menagerie Cosmetics. Love this. And use one of my favorites, the Blends Bunny, and this is the shade Dollface with the Matchy Lip Liner. These are so good. $16 lip liner and a lipstick. I love this formula. All right, I forgot to tell you that.